UFC on ABC4, Rozenstruik Almeida, full card, most confident picks. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Bert MMA, and we're going to give our most confident to least confident picks for this entire fight card. I'm going to put a percentage chance that I think every fighter is going to win. You can use that percentage to look at the betting odds and be like, whoa, he's 80% confident, but the betting odds are minus 110. That's probably a good bet in my opinion, and you can kind of use that to kind of guide your bets here and there. But that is mainly the gist of these types of videos, is to give you my confidence, to possibly give you guys parlay pieces, maybe give you some underdogs that could be potential good bets for this UFC fight night. But if you want to see all the actual bets that I make, just click the link down below in the description. It's the top link or the top link in the pinned comment down below. For all of the bets for literally 10 pennies a day. It's like the cost of a water bottle every single month. Very, very cheap, but let's get into the confident picks. We're going to go from the bottom to the top, so we end it with Jailton Almeida. The bolded fighters are who I have winning. So I got Jailton, Johnny Walker, Ihor, Garry, Carlos Ulberg, Alex Morono, McGee, Karl Williams, Douglas Silva de Andrade, Natan, Levy, Yeon, Bryan battle, Jessica Rose Clark, all winning their fights on this UFC fight night. The underdogs are Jessica Rose Clark, very slightly, Bryan battle at plus 115, Douglas Silva de Andrade at plus 135, as well as, who was the last underdog I had? Or was it just those three? McGee, Carlos Ulberg, Ihor, Machado, Johnny Walker slightly. I mean, some have him as the underdog, some don't. But we'll give the confident picks. We'll start with the first one here with Jessica Rose Clark and Tainara Lisboa. This is an underdog bet, and it's a very, very close one. I'm going to have Jessica Rose Clark at a 53% confidence. Again, it is low-level women's MMA. Tainara Lisboa is making her UFC debut. She's a slightly better striker. Rose Clark is getting finished left and right in her last few fights inside the UFC. Barely. It's a barely slight lean towards Jessica Rose Clark in the women's bantamweight division. For Bryan battle, he is the underdog as well. Like I said, he's a little bit more confident than Jessica Rose Clark at a solid 55%. But by no means is Bryan battle a confident pick, even an almost confident pick in my opinion. He's not even there. For Bryan battle, Yeon, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to put Yeon lower than Bryan battle. Like, seriously, this is such low-level women's MMA that they are putting onto this fight card. So I'm going to put her at 54%. I am a little bit more confident on Yeon than I am on Jessica Rose Clark. Even with that, I'm going to move Jessica a little bit lower on there. Yeon, 54%. Jessica Rose Clark, 52%. Bryan battle at 55%, which means I'm not a whole lot confident on any three of those fighters. Same could be said for the 3-1 favorite. That is Natan Levy. Natan Levy is a minus 300 favorite, but he's not going to be on here. I mean, to be a 2-1 favorite, according to me, and my thoughts, you have to be above 66%. 66%. I'm going to have Natan Levy at 60%. 60% here. You have to be 75% to match up with the betting odds that are actually given to Natan Levy at minus 300. I have him way lower than that. I think the odds are way off on Natan Levy, considering how good of a striker Pete Rodriguez is, and that he's moving down a weight class as well from welterweight to the lightweight division. So we're only going to have him at 60%. Douglas Silva de Andrade is another underdog, like I said. It's not going to be very high. It's very rare that you're going to see me have an underdog very, very high on the confidence percentage. I mean, for obvious reasons. They're an underdog for a reason, so it's going to be a close fight. But I do have Douglas. I'm going to have him right below Yeon. I was kind of considering putting him in between Battle and Yeon, but I think Yeon's a little bit more confident for me. So I'm going to have Douglas Silva at 53%. We got Karl Williams. This is going to be one of my most confident picks of the card, and I actually think the odds are fairly good, okay, on this one. Potentially to be a parlay piece. I'm going to have this one at 77.5%. A little bit less than what the betting odds have him at minus 400, but right around the same range. So me and the betting odds makers kind of agree with Karl Williams on that one. Court McGee, we're going to have him at 66%. Again, I'm praying to the MMA gods that this prediction is wrong, but I got a feeling Court's just going to go out there, take this fight down, and grind, and grind, and grind. Please, for the love of God, I hope I'm right. I hope Matt Brown goes out there and starches him, but I highly doubt it. I highly do doubt it. We'll go a little bit lower than that one just because I really want Matt Brown to win. Alex Morono and Tim Means. He's going to have to be in between Natan, Levy, Bryan battle. I don't see why he's such a big favorite on the betting odds. I really, really do not. That is a very close one. Very, very close one. I do have him at 62% confidence for Alex Morono. I think the betting odds have, what do they have him at? Minus 240 or something like that. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit off for sure. That's like 70% confidence is what they have him at. That does seem like a little bit too much. Yeah, minus 230, minus 240 range seems a little bit much for Alex Morono there. Carlos Ulberg is going to be high on this one as well, in between Court McGee and Karl Williams. So my second most confident fighter of the card so far for this UFC fight night is going to be Carlos Ulberg at a, okay, 71%. That kind of is right around where his betting odds are. A little bit less, though, at 71%. Ian Machado, Garry. Again, I told y'all this should be a 50-50. We're moving Ian Machado, Garry down, way down on this one. I'm not at all confident on this guy. Ian Machado, Garry is going to be one of my least confident picks of the card at 51%, along with Johnny Walker. I mean, what are we saying here? 51.5%. I'm a little bit more confident on Johnny Walker than I am for Ian Machado, Garry. And I'm dead serious on that one. Ian Machado, Garry is fighting very low-level competition to start his UFC career. He got rocked by Jordan Williams in his UFC debut. And like I said in my full card prediction video, this kind of reminds me of Adrian Yanez taking on Rob Font a few weeks ago, like a month ago, where the veteran up-and-comer takes on a guy coming off a loss, a veteran of the top of the UFC's bantamweight or now welterweight division, and then they just get knocked out. I could legitimately see D-Rod knocking out Ian Machado, Garry here. So, it's a super close fight. It is a very, very close fight. So, that leaves me with Ian Machado, Garry as my least confident pick of the entire card. And then we got Jailton Almeida taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I would have him, like I said, minus 250 range, maybe almost minus 300. So right in between Carlos Ulberg, Karl Williams, right around there is kind of my confidence for him. So that'll put him right around 73, 74% is where I'll have Jailton Almeida. Let's see. Did we do that correctly? Boom. All right. That should be good to go. So the slight leans will have our Bryan battle, Yeon Kim, Douglas Silva de Andrade, Jessica Rose Clark, Johnny Walker, and Ian Machado, Garry. These are slight leans, anything from 50% to 60%. Again, not exactly 60 like it has for Natan Levy, but these ones are almost confident. I'm spelling it wrong. Confident picks, which means they're in that 60% to 70% range where they're about to be slight leans with a little bit less confidence, and they're about to be confident picks with a little bit more confidence. They're almost confident picks. And then for these last three, these are going to be confidence. None of them are going to be super confident picks, but they are all going to be confident picks. Let's see right here. Bonk. Boink. All right. I really cannot spell. Confident picks. All right. And we'll make that one bigger. All right, that should be good to go. Confident picks, Karl Williams at 77.5%. Jailton Almeida at 74%, and Carlos Ulberg at 71%. We have our almost confident picks down here with Court McGee. We got Alex Morono and Natan Levy at 65%, 62%, and 60%. And then our slight leans, there's always a lot of slight leans. There's a lot of close fights inside of the UFC. We got Bryan Battle, Yeon Kim, Douglas Silva de Andrade, Jessica Rose Clark, Johnny Walker, and Ian Machado Garry. Thank you guys for watching this Confident Picks video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and as always, if you want to see all my bets for this fight card and every fight card for an entire month, it is only 10 pennies a day. Top link in the description, top link in the pinned comment. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.